Hello, welcome back to my live stream. I know it's actually been a while, so thank you for joining. I'm trying to set the camera of this phone. Okay, so in today's live stream, all right, I'm actually going to be teaching you one or two things when it comes to time management. All right, so if this is your first time of seeing my live stream, please do want to subscribe and also recommend my videos to your friends. If you have a friend that is a parent, or probably you have a single parent, or you have someone that will, one of your friends that you feel that this information I'm about to pass here, the person is going to benefit for it, please do well to send my video to those of your friends. All right, so thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, your data. In fact, I appreciate your time. All right, so stay tuned because you're going to learn a lot in this particular video. All right, so what I'm going to teach today is time management for children. For some time now, you get to realize that a lot of parents carry out the day-to-day activities without teaching their children the importance of time management, in the sense that they get to talk too much, like they do a lot of screaming, a lot of shouting in the process of them, taking care of their children. All right, like I said, parenting can never be delegated. It's not something you can say someone has to do for you. Even if you have to assign someone else to do it for you, even the little time you spend with your children, all right, you will still do a lot of this shouting and screaming. Sometimes a lot of parents get pissed off, all because they feel their children do not understand them, or probably their children are not listening, or moreover that they are not even paying attention to what they are teaching them, or probably to what they are saying. All right, but in all of this, there is always a solution to every aspect of parenting. Okay, there's always a solution to every aspect of parenting, in the sense that all you need to do is find the right method, the effective parenting method. That's the only way you can get things right when you are parenting. You need to know what works for your children. You need to know what you need to do as a parent in order for you to catch your children young, get them to always listen to you, and also get them to understand that this is life and they need to be better. All right, they need to do better. They are not going to remain kids forever. All right, and because you know you are that parent that you know that of a truth that tomorrow your children are going to become an adult, you want them to be adults who are disciplined, confident, and also who understands how life works. You want them to be perfect, so you need to start on time to teach them to be specific, to be optimistic when it comes to time. Let them know that this is something that is real. It is real, and they are the ones that will make it to be realistic. All right. So that's why I am bringing to your table time, all about time management as I proceed. As a parent, I've thought, what's my child? How do I help my child to grow? One of the best way you can do to grow them is by teaching them time management. You are not going to be talking, screaming, or shouting a whole lot just of you, taking care of your kids. What do you need to do? All you need to do is help them understand the meaning of time management. And because they are children, I know some parents will be like, at what age, at what time do I need to start teaching my children time management? Because when you teach them this, it will reduce your shouting level at home. It will reduce your stress level at home. It will help to improve your children in all aspects of their lives, even as they grow to become adults. So one of the things you need to do is teach them time management. And you teach them by helping them understand this time management. Time management is when you are teaching your child, because you really need to start from age 3. Yes, from I didn't say start from age 1 to, start from age 3. Once your child, be it your girl child, your male child, once your child turns 3 years old, please introduce time management to that your child. It's important. Okay, teach them, help them understand that time management is them managing their time, doing everything they need to do very well. All right, in order to have time to play, time to do their homework. Some schools call it homework, some schools call it home activity. To have time to do their homework, for them to have time to do their play. All right, you remember they said all works no play makes Jack a dull boy. All right, so for them to, when they do all they need to do on time, when they do it well on time, and they also have other time to go and play, to go and do their homework, to rest, it will help them to be, it will help them to become better, adults when they grow up. So now, when you help your children understand these three things, that time management will help them, because some children, they don't know that there is a time for everything. All right, so when you're teaching them that time management, it will help your child to know, oh, at this time I need to do my homework, by this time I need to, and mommy, so some of them will even help you to remind you that it's time for them to go downstairs and play. Some of you will remind you it is time for them to, because you are teaching them. So it's important to introduce these things in your children's life. Don't come complaining that it doesn't work when you have not started it. And one thing about teaching children is, when you're teaching children, understand the fact that they are children. All right? When you understand this thing, it will help you, okay, to know, not to expect too much when you have only done a little to teaching them, when it comes to teaching them. All right, so when you are teaching them, please be consistent. Imagine you started with your 3-year-old child and you're teaching the child time management, and at the end of the day you expect your child, the previous day you expect the child to understand, to do the same thing that you taught them yesterday. No, it doesn't work like that. Everything, once it comes to teaching your children, things takes time before it starts reflecting. Okay, because children, they are listening to you, they are observing you. So now that you are introducing time management to them, you are telling them that if you're doing, you need to do round up with every of your activity, every of your work, and that you need to get done with it, then move on to your homework, go downstairs to play, have time to rest, you get. So you have to be consistent, like repeat it on daily basis, so that their body system, everything within them adapts to it. All right, you have to be consistent if you really want your children to understand everything about time management. Okay, so hello to all of you. Thank you for joining my live stream. I appreciate you. All right, thank you so much for joining, and please stay tuned. Today we are talking about time management. I believe by the end of this live stream, you're definitely going to learn one or two things about teaching your child all about time management. All right, so thank you so much. Welcome to my live stream. My name is Chisom Vivian Ebiblen, and all I do in this channel is basically I teach and tell about positive parenting and gentle parenting. All right, so stay tuned because I have a lot to bring to your table. All right, so now I know you must be wondering, why time management? Why do you need to teach your child time management? Okay, one of the things your children why are going to learn from you teaching them time management, number one is, sorry because of time, number one is you will help them develop responsibility and independence. Okay, if it happens to be your teenage child, they will already know that, oh, I'm supposed to do this. And mind you, this time management I'm talking about is of different ages. All right, it's of different stages. Like if you have a child that is 3 years old, you can start teaching them about responsibility when it comes to taking care of their toys. Once they are done playing with their toys, of course, you're the one that bought it out for them. When you bought it out, they already know how the toys were. So once they are done playing, you teach them how to pack up their toys. Tell them, let's pack up the toys. Everyone has to, every hand has to be on desk. Everyone has to be involved. You help them. Everybody, they join hands, pack up their toys. That way, you are teaching them to be responsible for the little things around them. All right. So another thing your child stands to get from learning time management is it reduces stress and last minute panic. All right. Like for you as a parent, when you're teaching your child time management, it will help you as a parent. It will reduce the stress of you shouting, the stress of you, being unnecessarily panicking, like what is going on? Like, I don't know. But it is great. In fact, you as a parent will feel it. You will know that of a truth, teaching your child time management was never a waste of time. All right. So another thing your child stands to gain is it improves their academic performance. Let's say it's a child that finds it difficult to concentrate, and now your child is at home doing his or her home activity, and you're trying to let your child understand that of course, by that time you must have introduced time management, and you figure that your child is having difficulty when it comes to their academic performance. Definitely, you will have to help your child, because you have to help that child to understand that this is the time for us to do our home activities, and probably or that you need to concentrate. And one way you can help your child improve academically through time management is you removing everything that will be a form of distraction to that boy or that girl. All right. Some children, let's say, we're in the digital world now, and a lot of children may be doing their homework, or probably adults around is going through TikToks. All you need to do if you want your child to learn to concentrate in order to perform well academically is announcing it. Just if announce it as a please, the baby or the boy you called the name of your child and said is doing his homework, or probably she's doing her homework. Please reduce the volume of your phone. Please don't laugh out loud. The child, he or she, is doing his or her homework, because a lot of children get distracted. In fact, children get distracted with, be it sound, with any form of sound coming from anywhere. So you, for them to be more concentrated and more focused in order to do well, do the assignment properly, you have to remove every form of distraction, even banging the door. Maybe someone wants to go out or wants to come in because the child is doing his homework. You need to respect that. Okay, so do things, everywhere has to be calm so that the child can be able to concentrate. All right. And when you are helping your child to do their homework, help him or she to understand that there is a time limit for this. At most, for when you're doing your home activity, it should last at least 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, you shouldn't exceed it, so that you can go and do other things. All right, teach them, let them understand that there is a time limit for what they are doing, and they need to be focused. And you as an adult help that child by preventing anything that can create noise, or maybe create a form of distraction as the child is trying to concentrate when doing that activity, or probably his or her homework. All right. And you tell the child, we need to finish up with this homework by this particular time. And you set, if possible, set your phone, set the alarm of your phone, so that once it gets to that 30 minutes, or probably an hour, that phone, the alarm will ring, so that the child will know, oh, it is actually true. we were able to meet up. But if probably the child was not able to meet up, or maybe you, as you're doing the homework with the child, you guys are not able to meet up, also say, oh, we are not able to meet up, but definitely by tomorrow, next time, we will do better. As you do that frequently, the child will understand there is a specific time that one needs to spend in doing a particular thing. Okay? And once you're done with it, and also help the child to understand that if you have not done your homework, there is no point you going down to play. You have to finish your homework first. Some things comes first. Some things are some things are important, but there are other things that are also urgent in everyone's life. So if you have a homework to do and you also need to go downstairs to play, first you need to finish up with your homework before going downstairs to play. That way, you are teaching your children to know what is important, to know the right thing to do, to also understand that some things need to be done before other things. All right? So, time management is important in every of your child's life. Help them understand that there is time for everything. And you, as a parent, you can also do that by teaching them the help them to understand. For, like I said, for your 3 years old, I know why I started for your 3 years old, because that's the, let's say, for your toddler, you can start from 3 years old. Help them to understand that there is something called morning, there is something called night, and there is also something called afternoon. Sorry, called afternoon. That's morning, afternoon, and night. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to break this thing down for you to know how to bring this time management to your child, to your children. All right? Because I believe by the end, at the end of the day, when you're done teaching your children all about time management, the child will understand. Oh, when I'm back from school, if when I'm back from school, definitely is an afternoon. So these are the things I need to do before going down to play. You get? If I have a homework, I need to do my homework. It's important that I do my homework. It's going down to play is not important to me, no, but it's that one is not urgent. It's something that I can do after attending to my homework. All right. And like I was saying, start by teaching your children to understand things. When it comes to time, help them to understand there is morning, there is afternoon, and there is night. All right. And mind you, in this time management, all right, there are a whole lot of things that you need to help the child to understand. But before I go further, sorry. And you teaching them this time management, there are ways, or when I say there are ways, there are things practically that you can use to teach your children time management, all right? And one of it is by you can draft a chart at home. Just draft a chart and make it colorful. When you're trying to write the charts and make it colorful, let them know by this to this time. That's why in schools they have what is called timetable. Okay, so that timetable is used majorly to guide the teachers as to know when to do every of the activity and when to go for break, when to take, when to take the, when it's time for, their PE, and also time for dismissal. So those things helps to guide the teachers. And for you at home as a parent, you need to draft out your own chart. See, in home, you can't say there are too much charts. No. So long as you have toddlers, children that are still growing up at home, that's when you need to have a lot of charts. When they become adults, you can take all those things out, and then the home will still be neat, look, presentable the way you want it to look. But so long as they are growing up, those charts are the things that will help guide them. They are the things that when they see, they know that these are the things we need to actualize. be it on daily basis, be it per hour, and these are the kind of activities that needs to be done in every given time. All right. So now, what are the practical ways to teach time management? Like I told you, create a daily routine for you as a parent. One, you have to consider, you have to teach them when to wake up. Help their body to understand that at this particular time that they need to wake up, okay, by let's say 6:30. Especially if school has resumed and you know your child needs to be in school, all right? Wake up early, and when you are helping them, once you your children to wake up early, you have to teach them, because you are the parent that has introduced time management, in one of the teachings, things you're teaching your children, okay? You also need to help them understand that once they are done doing, maybe probably done doing their homework by 4, go down to play. Let's say on a proxy by 1 hour, they are upstairs, they are done playing. Let's say 5 to 6, they are done. 6 o'clock, they are upstairs. You bathe them, feed them. By 7:30, a lot of people will say, okay, let's say that a child can still sleep by 9. If it's a child that is going to school, I don't see why the child should be awake by 9. Yes. A child that needs to go to school early in the morning needs to be asleep, needs to be in his or her bed by 7:30. The child should start sleeping. All right. So you help them, you the parents, help them to sleep by that time. If it's a child that is stubborn or maybe probably wants you to tell them, because a lot of children might want to know why you want them to go to bed at that early. Tell them, let them understand. Don't be afraid or anything. Don't feel anyway. Don't feel bad. No, they are children. That's why they are so inquisitive, right? So help them, teach them that they need to be sleeping by 7:30 so that they can be able to wake up by 5, be it for morning devotion, morning prayers at home, or probably for by 6:30. All right, depending on when you want them to wake up. So long as that child is leaving home early for school, all right, help them to sleep early to bed, early to rise up. All right, please consider that. And also, now that schools are resumed, you know that most parents will say, my child needs to be in school. If you check, the say general time is 8 o'clock. No. If you are a parent that wants your child, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Cool Waves. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So if you're a parent that wants your child to really be in school that early in the morning, and you want your child to grab something at the end of each day, please remember that morning assembly is important. I know a lot of parents, even some of my previous, some parents that I know, they are by 8 o'clock, they are taking their children to school. See, let me tell you, no matter the distance, it's important that your child is in school on time and they attend the morning assembly. Teach them time. Help them to understand the need for them to be at a particular event, to be in school on time. If your child is going to school and your child is missing the morning assembly, your child is also missing a lot. I won't lie to you, because that is when they have time to teach them generally all about morals, good behaviors. All right. During morning assembly, they teach a lot of things in the assembly, and when they do that, I think most schools start the assembly by 7:30. So by 7:30, you should do everything before 7:30. Do everything in your possible best to see your child gets to school on time and is able to attend that morning assembly. Don't allow your child to always miss out on the morning assembly. Okay, that is why when you tend to have your children, all these children that doesn't care, live that reckless life. Those are the children that doesn't attend school on time. But if you keep ensuring that your children, you help them to understand why they need to be in school on time, okay, you will find out that they will get to learn a lot of things. All right, they teach them things in that morning assembly. I will not lie to you. Okay, that is one of the I learned a lot. Me growing up, I used to attend morning assembly, and believe me when I say my school, I used to go to school in I used to go to school in and as in like in our neighboring village, and the assembly starts by 8. That's for secondary school. That assembly that starts by 8, I need to wake up early. Like my parents, they did a really great job by waking us up early. They ensure that we leave on time to see that we get to school. Right? They teach a lot of things are being taught during the morning assembly in schools. So ensure that you help your child to sleep on time. That's why I said time management is important. Help them to sleep on time during school hours. Let them sleep by 7:30. It's important. Ask anybody, ask any parent. Any good parents will tell you your child by 7:30 your child should be in bed. I don't know what they are awake doing by 9 o'clock. Your child can sleep by 9 during less weekdays. But so long as your child is going to school the following morning, that child should be on his or her bed by 7:30. Please, it's help them to sleep well. Even when you wake up, you will not even have to, because they sleep on time, you won't even have to go through the stress of waking them up. Once you are awake, you will notice that even 10 minutes or maybe let's say 30 minutes from that time that you woke up, your child will wake up by him or herself. You don't even need to go and say, hello, wakey, wakey, all those things. You won't go through those stress because you are helping them to sleep on time. So definitely once it's early, once it's 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30, your child's body will help them, like the body system will help the child will wake up. All right. And please be consistent with it. All right. See, when you happen to be a parent that teaches your children, helps them to understand everything about time management, all right, when they become adults, they find it, they see the excellence, the importance of being punctual. Even when they enter maybe the university, they will be the one, they have already gone through the process that their parents have taught them, all right, all these things. So they will be the one to wake themselves up and try to be up, they won't even need their roommates to, tap them to do them up and all of that, all those things, because they have gone through that process through the help of their parents. All right, teach your children. All right, teach them on time. Like I always tell you, help to catch them young. All right, and also teach them there is time for one to rest. Especially these are hyperactive kind of children these days. When you have such, let your child. So that one, I know why I'm laughing is I have one here and he's difficult. Like he's very inquisitive that even if you tell him go and sleep, he will tell you that he doesn't want to. He will tell you I don't want to. Why do I need to sleep? In fact, he will tell you it's not dark, it's not evening yet, and you're telling me to go and sleep. Okay. Sometimes if you tell him go and sit down, he'll tell you no. He will not, doesn't want to sit down. It was even when he was starting school, that should be a year and 3 months, a year and 5 months. Now he finds it difficult to sit down, like to rest, he cannot rest. To the point, the only report I keep getting was that your son doesn't sit down. He doesn't like to sit down in class. And I had to plead with the class teacher to leave him. He just wants to stand up, he just wants to be moving. Like there is nothing you can do that will make that child to sit down. He's always, but with time, he gone past it because he has seen other children sitting down and he now know that, oh, every day they come to school, they sit down, they come to school, they sit down. Before you know it, he starts sitting down on his own because you know that this is it's not a normal thing to him. You come, you sit, you get. So now we don't have to go, we are no longer going through that stress thing again. But that's basically how life works for children. Alright. Also help them to understand that it's time for them to do their homework. I've said this before. Time for them to go and play. And please, when they are playing, always be considerate with your time. Don't allow them to overplay. No, there has to be boundaries, set rules. Let's say that, like I told you, if they're doing their homework by 4, the homework should last minus 1 hour. Let your child to understand that it has to last 1 hour. But if it's a child that is very slow, please start on time. Alright, so that before that 4, remember, they are going to be going out to play by 5. Alright, so help the child start earlier before then, alright, so that you can give the child an extra hour or extra minutes, depending on how slow your child is. But believe me, if you keep on persuading the child, teaching the child to understand that there is no time spending unnecessary time over something he or she needs to be done within given time, all right? The child will, with time, as time goes by, the child will start adapting to it and start understanding, and you see that your child will now start learning. Okay, even sometimes you see that if you give your child the homework, you might not need to be there present for the child to do it on time. Sometimes also before you could even remember that he or she is doing their home activity or their homework, the child is already done with it. Okay, because the child knows that I'm going to play. And it's important. Let me see. All these things has a trick. There's a trick to all these things. If you know that that child loves to play and the child definitely wants to go down, that's why I said after the homework, let them go and play. Don't say let them go and play when they come up, because if you're taking your children down to go and play before them coming up to come to do the homework, they will be stressed out and they might even doze off. They will sleep off on that table while doing that assignment. So it's important they do it before they go down to play. And because they are eager to go down and meet with their friends, other children from your neighbors, and play together with them, they will be eager to do the homework. If you're telling them, some children, when you're telling them, they will be distracted, they'll be like, oh, let me go. But try to help them to understand they need to be focused, you get, and do that homework. That them going down will be it will be a driving force for that child to not to also understand that you don't have a choice. If you really want to go down, just do the homework so that you can go and join your friends. You get, so that's the trick. So you don't need to say, let them just go later. No, do that. If you're a parent, so long as it's a child, all right, they have to do their homework before going downstairs, all right, to go and play, because that play is a driving force to help that child do that homework very fast at that stage in their life. All right, like I talked about, there's time for dinner and also there's time for them to sleep. All right, so whatever you are doing, if they are done playing by 6, they go up, they take their bath. By that time, you are done with what you're cooking. Please, help them to eat. And you sit down, they are upstairs by 6. And once they're done eating, when they are done taking their bed, eating and everything, the little time they used to run around, they have dressed the bed and already they have to be sleeping. See, you always meet up with that 7:30 for them to be in bed by 7:30. So please, and help your children, teach them the time is important. These things are not difficult. It's just you understanding that if you practice these things with time, you won't be talking too much. Actually, I'm now the one sitting down here. What's the time? This is 7:19, and this 7:19, I probably started this live stream before now. All right, it's almost 30 minutes, and they are sleeping. You see, so it's not like it's when you because I help to manage and help them to understand there is time management. You get, they sleep, their body system is not used to it. Okay, so it works. It works. Some of you will be like, it's not achievable. Forget all these things. You come online, you come on social media, you talk a whole lot of things. But if you go, the children, how far is it these children that I have at home with me? A lot of parents will see my video and they will still say these things. But believe me when I say, when you keep teaching your children time management, help them when it's time for them to go to play and all of that. Help them to do those things. With time, their body system will adapt to it. I'm being honest with you, their body system will adapt to it. And once they are on holiday, you also have to change. All right. You can then prolong their playing hours and all of that because you don't have home activities during holidays, all right? So, but it's important you understand. Help your children understand that it's time for everything, okay? And also, if you probably happen to, how do you teach your children time management when it comes to their home activity or their homework? You teach them time management by saying they come back home with maybe two subjects. Tell them because they are going to spend an hour, that means in that hour, this particular minute is for the math and this particular minute is for the English subject. All right, so just divide it, do it consistently. They'll be perfect. With time, they'll be used to it. You won't even be going through a lot of stress. All right, and when they are doing it, don't forget that I say you should set your alarm. And mind you, children they learn from what they see. Okay, so whatever you are doing around them, if you want to inculcate good morals, behaviors to them, you also as a parent have to be their role model. All right, you have to model what you're saying, like all these things that I'm saying here. If you come to my house, I am modeling it. Okay, I'm not just saying it for passing the information sake. I'm also teaching it. All right, I don't have a help. I'm doing it all by myself. Okay, and when I now discover this time management, I figure that it's one of the best things that can help any mother or any parent out there. Okay, to achieve their you stay with your children without you having headache. You are taking care of your children. You are also having other times to do things like now that I'm live streaming and I'm doing other things. All right, I've helped myself to to take care of them within that space of time. And now this is my time, so I'm using it. Sometimes I don't, maybe I probably don't have time, especially during holidays. That's why you see me, I stream like midnight during holidays. During holidays, I stream midnight. I'm not lying because they are always like, I don't, because that's when I don't feel the need to help them sleep on time. I just allow them, okay? And I wouldn't want a situation where I'm live streaming and I'm being distracted. So I will also want to wait until they are sleeping. Then I will come live and I'll be streaming, live streaming, all right? So time management is important, okay? And like I said before, I've thought about the tools that will help a child to understand time management. All right, these are the tools that help child manage his or her time. One is wall charts or plan. I told you a lot of parents will be like, they are pasting these things everywhere. The house is looking now untidy. It's not looking presentable. Your house, that house is not what is going to take care of you in future. Please, it's your children that will look after you when you grow old. So whatever you can use to help train these children to become better adults, do it. And one of the things that helps children to learn faster is what they can see, their visual aspects of learning. All right. So that word chart is a perfect, okay, it is a perfect tool to help your child learn. Okay. So all you need to do is, as much as you can, draw a lot of chart, the rules. In fact, we're humans. There are maybe some things you can say we don't want the house rule. You might even forget one, but because it's always on the chart, if you are passing, you are seeing it. You get to have time to also so to cram to have all of them at the back of your head, and also the children will also get to learn it. Okay, when they are going, and make it colorful. Why you need to make it colorful? Don't use one color to write the whole rules. Okay, use blue, red, green, yellow. Let them understand that, as in let it be colorful and attractive, so that it will always attract them. And as you're seeing it, they are seeing it. Okay, and that is an important thing, an important rule they should follow. Okay, as you're seeing it every day, then they know that you are serious about it. You didn't just say it and close that chapter. No, you said it and you pasted it there so that everyone will know you are just serious about it. Okay, so that one, I believe you understand it. Another one is time or stopwatch. That's when you use talk about time and stopwatch is when you are doing the home activity. Okay, when you're doing your child's homework, because you have set 30 minutes for this, 30 minutes, or maybe 20 minutes for this one. Once the times gets, when it gets to the time, the stopwatch or the time will, the alarm will ring. Okay, so that's when you can use the stopwatch or maybe the stopwatch or the timer. And also, I've talked about school timetable, then the checklist, and also the checklist. A lot of people have checklists these days. Okay, so if you are one of the parents that doesn't make use of checklists, it's important that you create one for yourself. Okay, that will help guide your children. And another one is sticky notes. Sticky notes, it's colorful too. Okay, you can use sticky notes. Is very useful in the sense that even adults use it. So, sorry for all the time wasted. Alright, so my network is not stable. So like I said, you can still to pass the informations. Alright. So in my next video I'm going to complete it. I'm so sorry, my network is not stable. Alright. So, or should I even go ahead? My network is becoming very bad. And one of the when they are teaching their children is they expect too much. Okay, they expect too much too quickly. Like they know that this is something that you just introduced of recent to your child, and now you're expecting your child to be perfect at it. No, you have to give the child time. All right, give the child time to at least grasp those things you are teaching. That's why it's important. As long as you have to practice consistency. Okay, that's the best way you chart consistency very quickly and fast. All right, and don't over schedule your child. All right, sometimes give them time to rest. Okay, when the child rests more, because remember they are children and their brain is still developing, so they always need time to rest. They need to sleep. Always don't over schedule them. All right, and please don't do everything for your child. It's important. When they have home activity, allow them. You are just there to guide them. You are not there to do it for them. That's why don't always be in a haste. Try to manage the time. Teach them time management, because before you can't give what you don't have. All right, when you're teaching them time management, it means that you have created that time already. You will help to create that time also for them. If you say this is that's why I keep using the homework. If you say this is the time for their homework, don't rush them. When you're rushing a child, how will the child learn? The child needs time. All right, let the child learn. Don't rush them. Okay, and allow them to do it by themselves. Let them do it. Allow them to try and fail before you correct. Okay, once you've taught the child something, allow the child to try that thing and fail at least before you correct. So allow them to do that, and don't always use your hand. So some of you use your left hand. I have a friend that said that her child is too slow, so what she does is she will use her left hand and write. I know when you're using your left hand to be as if it's a child that is writing, that's too bad. You don't know what you're doing for your child, and the whole aspect of it is that the child is right there in front of you, sitting in front of you, and you're doing it for the child. The next day, believe me, the kind of drama your child is going to portray in front of you, you will still write it again. You continue writing until you give. Not talk this parent. Sometimes I don't know where to begin. But please, if you're that type of parent that always feel you are the one to write for your child, please don't do that because you're in a haste. No. If you're teaching the child, that's why the child is your child. Have great time for your child and teach them. If it's their time for their homework, you as an adult should understand that he or she is a child and needs time to learn things. Okay, don't give them 5 minutes to do home activity for any reason, I'm against it. All right, I'm really against it. A lot of parents say, yeah, within 5 minutes. Which 5 minutes? That's a child, for crying out loud. Give them time. 30 minutes to 1 hour. All right, the child should do his or her activity 30 minutes to 1 hour. If it's 1 hour 30 minutes, it's still fine. All right, allow them, let the child take his or her time. All right, to understand him. Don't hurry. Don't stop trying to, persuade the child to, because while you are trying to hurry, make that hurry, you are inculcating fear in that child's, okay, because the child will not know where to begin. The child might think he or she is offending you, you get, and at the end of the day, you have inculcated fear into the child's life instead of guiding him or her. All right, so let them take their time. All right, please don't be one of those parents that ignores the child's natural pace. All right, please let them take their time to do their things, and at the end of the day, you'll still be the one that will be happy. All right, and the child is improving. Your child completes his or her task. The child is improving when you're teaching them time management, and also when you notice that before you could come around, the child is already done with whatever you have assigned he or she to do. It also shows that the child is improving. Okay, and also when the child starts his or her task without you even letting him know. Okay, when the child wakes up, the child is doing the little thing you want them to do, brushing his or her teeth, you know, tidying the home. When it comes to chores, it means your child is improving. And also when your child begins to balance play with other responsibilities, in the sense that your child understands that, I need to do this before going out to play, I need to do this whenever I'm up in the house, without playing. These are the things. When your child do those things that you want them to do, you've been teaching them to always to know that your children are improving. And believe me, don't the thing. So it's left for you to be patient, and they will become perfect, and they will. So let me tell you, parenthood is something everyone in this life will go through. All right, in one way or the other, you're definitely going to go through that phase. All right, even your parents that gave birth to you, you were once a child. Okay, they didn't kill you. They didn't, at the end of the day, they loved you unconditionally. So why would your own case be different? It's just a temporary phase. You get through it. Okay, it's not permanent. It's not a permanent situation. All right, so be patient with your child. That's your child. Okay, give them the best, show them the best love that you can. All right, and in the future, you are the one that will laugh last. Remember, he who laughs last laughs best. All right, so see you on my next live stream.